Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, things just don't go your way? Like your dreams are slipping through your fingers? Well, this is the story of a little girl named Amina, who learned that sometimes the best things in life come from the plans we never made ourselves. Amina loved to draw. Her notebooks were filled with colorful sketches of birds, mosques, and nature. This year, her school announced a huge art competition. The winner's art would be displayed at the local museum. A dream come true. Amina worked for weeks. She poured her heart into her painting, a glowing masjid at sunset, with people praying, birds flying above, and the words, "Peace is prayer." Her mother smiled and said, "Win or not, Amina, I'm proud of you. Just do your best and trust Allah with the rest." Amina nodded but deep down whispered, "Please, Allah, let me win." The day finally came. All the students sat in the assembly hall buzzing with excitement. The teacher stood up and said, "And the winner of the art competition is Sarah Khan." Amina's heart dropped. She clapped politely, but her eyes welled up. "Why, Allah?" she whispered silently. "I worked so hard. I wanted this so much." That afternoon, Amina sat alone on a park bench, her painting rolled up beside her. An old lady sat next to her and noticed her sad face. "Rough day?" she asked kindly. Amina explained everything. The woman smiled and said, "Sometimes what we think is best for us isn't what Allah has planned, but His plan is always better, even if we don't see it yet." Amina looked confused. "You didn't win today, but maybe Allah saved your painting for something even greater." The next day, Amina's school got a surprise email. A guest from an orphanage had seen Amina's painting at the school exhibition and wanted it for their prayer hall. The director wrote, "This painting brought tears to our eyes. It reminds our children of peace, hope, and Allah. We would be honored to hang it in our masjid." Amina's eyes widened. Her heart fluttered. She didn't win the competition, but her painting found a home where it would inspire hundreds of children every day. Amina visited the orphanage. The children clapped and smiled when she walked in. One little girl hugged her and said, "Your painting makes me feel like Allah is always near." Amina felt something deeper than victory. "Now I understand, Mama," she said later. "Allah's plan was better." So friends, sometimes things won't go your way. You might feel disappointed, hurt, or confused, but behind every no is Allah's bigger yes, and the reward may not come as a trophy. It might come as a smile, a dua, or a changed heart. So remember, just like Amina, when things don't go your way, don't give up. Trust Allah's plan. It may take time, but it's always worth it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Zaid Ali, a 14-year-old boy with big dreams and a bigger heart, had always been passionate about basketball. Ever since he saw a highlight reel of Muslim NBA player Kyrie Irving fasting and still dominating the court during Ramadan, Zaid made a goal. "One day, I'll be captain of the school team. I'll make my parents proud. I'll show the world you can be strong and faithful." He trained every morning before Fajr and every evening after school, rain or shine. Whether his friends showed up or not, he believed in effort. He believed in dua, and today was the day of the final team trials. He was ready, focused, determined. After hours of drills and a final scrimmage match, the coach gathered the boys. Zaid stood tall, sweating and smiling, but when the list of selected names was read, his name wasn't on it. Silence, then confusion, then a crushing wave of disappointment. "Maybe there's a mistake," he said, checking the list again. But no, his name, Zaid Ali, wasn't there. He blinked hard. "Ya Allah, why? I worked so hard, I made so much dua." His friends tried to console him, but their words felt like background noise. That night, Zaid didn't touch his dinner. He stared at the ceiling in the dark, whispering, "Did I not pray enough? Was I not good enough? Why do things never go my way, Ya Allah?" His mother knocked gently and sat beside him. She handed him a cup of warm milk and a note. The note was from his late grandfather, found in an old book. It read, "Sometimes Allah blocks a door not to punish you, but to protect or prepare you. What seems like rejection is often redirection." Tears welled in Zaid's eyes. A week later, while Zaid was still trying to move on, the school held a seminar on volunteer leadership. One of the coaches announced, "We're starting a youth sports mentorship program, where selected students will coach younger kids in our community center." Most students ignored it, but Zaid raised his hand. Something in his heart told him to try. The next month, Zaid was coaching 8 to 10-year-old kids every weekend. Many of them had never touched a basketball before. One boy didn't even own shoes, but Zaid taught them with love, energy, and faith. He soon noticed something. He was inspiring them. Parents came to thank him. The principal even praised his leadership. Then, one day, he was asked to speak at a local youth motivation conference. Zaid shared his story about missing the basketball team, feeling lost, and how trusting Allah's plan led him to something more powerful than he ever expected. Ibo ended with, "If I had made the team, I wouldn't be standing here. I thought I lost, but Allah gave me something better, a purpose beyond points and trophies." 2 years later, now 16, Zaid returned to school as captain of the team. Not because he was the tallest or the strongest, but because he was respected, patient, and trusted. As he stood in front of the new trial students, he smiled and said, "Sometimes not making the team was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I found Allah's plan. And it was better than mine." So friends, always remember that. Effort never goes to waste, even if results aren't what we expect. Dua is always answered, but in Allah's perfect way and perfect time. When things don't go your way, don't give up. Look up. Last but not the least, rejection is sometimes Allah's protection or preparation for something greater. Friends, when life doesn't go your way, maybe it's because Allah is guiding you to something far better. So the next time you feel like giving up, whisper to yourself, "I don't know the plan, but I trust the planner." Like this story, if it touched your heart, share this with someone who needs to trust in Allah's plan today, because the best plans are written in the heavens. In the heart of a busy school sat a quiet boy named Ali. Kind, respectful, and always helpful, Ali was the type of student teachers loved, but not everyone saw him that way. Meet Faris, smart and talented, but lately, something was bothering him. Every time Ali was praised, a little flame inside Faris began to grow. Why does he always get the attention? I work hard too. No one notices me like they notice him. That flame of jealousy slowly became a fire. Faris started ignoring Ali. He stopped greeting him in the mornings. He even spread a small rumor. Ali just acts nice in front of the teachers. And just like that, the fire spread. Ali noticed the change, but said nothing. He still smiled, still helped, still stayed true to himself. One day during art class, the school announced an art competition. The theme? Peace and unity. Ali and Faris both entered. Faris wanted to win, not to create peace, but to beat Ali. It was the competition day. The school auditorium decorated, parents and teachers watching. Ali's painting showed hands of different colors holding each, other with the words, "A kind heart shines the brightest." Faris looked at it, and for the first time he felt something else. His art, it's beautiful, and it's not fake. He really is like this. When Ali won, the applause was thunderous. Faris expected to burn with jealousy, but instead, he clapped and meant it. Faris approached Ali after the event. "Ali, your painting was really good. I was a bit jealous. I'm sorry." Ali smiled gently. "I'm glad you told me. Jealousy happens, but kindness is stronger, always." From that day, the fire cooled. The two boys became friends. Faris learned that the best way to shine is to help others shine too. So friends, remember, jealousy is like a fire. It starts small, but if left unchecked, It can burn your friendships, peace, and even your happiness. But the moment you recognize it and choose gratitude, kindness, and self-improvement, you pour water on that fire. So next time you feel jealous, pause and ask, is this fire worth it, or can I grow instead? Because you are unique, and your shine doesn't depend on anyone else's light. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like it, share it, and help someone else cool the fire within. Subscribe for more stories that heal, inspire, and uplift. Sometimes in the quietest moments, when no one sees your tears, when you feel like the world has forgotten you, remember this: you are not alone. Allah is with you. Zaid was a quiet boy. Ever since his father passed away a year ago, life hadn't felt the same. He missed the laughter in the house, the bedtime stories, the evening walks. Now it was just him, his mother, and silence. One day at school, his classmates laughed at his worn-out shoes. He kept his head down, pretending not to care, but inside his heart hurt. Zaid whispers, "Why me, Allah? Why does it feel like I'm all alone?" Zaid walks home slowly, wiping away a tear. At the masjid gate, he sees an old man feeding stray cats, smiling softly. "Assalamu alaikum, son. Why the long face?" Zaid replied. "Everyone says it gets better, but it never does." Old man smiled. "You know, Yusuf, alayhi salam, was thrown into a well by his own brothers. He was alone, or so it seemed. But even there, Allah was with him." Zaid blinked, surprised. The old man continued, "When you feel no one understands your pain, turn to the one who created your heart. Allah sees you, hears you, and He never leaves you, not even for a second." That night, Zaid sits on his prayer mat. The room is dimly lit. He raises his hands in dua. "Ya Allah, I miss my dad. I feel alone. Please help me feel strong again." Tears streamed down his cheeks, but this time they felt lighter, like a burden lifted. The next morning, Zaid helps his mother without being asked. At school, he smiles at a classmate who sits alone. He begins to share. Something inside Zaid had changed. He still missed his father, but now he felt something else too. He felt Allah's closeness. After school, Zaid finds a gift bag on the doorstep. Inside, a pair of brand new shoes. No name, no note, just a quiet kindness. Zaid smiled with teary eyes. Maybe Allah really did hear me. So friends, Zaid's story is a reminder for all of us. You may feel forgotten. You may feel lost. But in every tear you cry, in every silent dua, Allah is closer than your jugular vein. He listens when no one else does. He sees what no one else sees. And He loves you more than anyone ever could. So when life gets hard and the world turns quiet, never think you're alone. Turn to Allah. Talk to Him. Trust Him. Because even in your darkest moment, He is there, guiding, comforting, loving. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And subscribe for more stories that bring hope, healing, and faith into your life. You are not alone. Allah is always with you. Everyone makes mistakes. But what happens when we feel sorry? Can we fix things? Let's find out in today's story. My Mistake, My Mercy, Tauba for Kids. A cheerful boy named Zaid, around 8 years old, is in his room, stacking his toy blocks. Zaid was a good boy. He loved to pray, read Quran, and help his mom. But one afternoon, something happened. Zaid sees his older brother's brand new remote control car on the table. "Wow, this car looks so cool. I just want to try it once." "He won't mind." Zaid plays with it but accidentally breaks a wheel. Zaid got panicked. "Oh no, what did I do?" Zaid's heart started to beat fast. He knew he shouldn't have touched it. And now it was broken. Zaid hides the broken car under the sofa. He quickly hid the toy and ran to his room. But something strange happened. That night, Zaid couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned. Zaid whispered, "I feel so bad. I lied. I broke it, and I hid it." His tummy hurt. His chest felt heavy. He was learning what guilt feels like. Next day, Zayd goes to the masjid with his father, Imam, in the khutbah. Dear children, when we make a mistake, we can say sorry to Allah. He is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. Tawbah means turning back to Allah. He loves when his servants return to him. Zayd, softly, realized, Allah loves when we say sorry? Something clicked in Zayd's heart. Maybe. It wasn't too late. Zayd goes home. He walks to his brother, with teary eyes. Ali, I broke your car. I'm really, really sorry. I lied, and I felt so bad all night. Ali, surprised. You could have just told me, Zayd. I'm glad you said the truth. That was brave. Zayd, relieved. Will you forgive me, Ali? Of course I will. We all mess up sometimes. That night, Zayd lays down his prayer mat. Zayd raised his hands. Ya Allah, I made a mistake. I broke something. I hid it, and I lied. Please forgive me. I feel sorry in my heart. I won't do it again. Zayd made sincere tawbah. He cried. A little, but inside, his heart felt light. Zayd was playing with Ali again. This time he asked before touching his toys. When we make a mistake and hide it, our hearts feel heavy. But when we ask Allah for forgiveness with a sincere heart, Allah opens the door of mercy. So friends, mistakes don't make us bad. Hiding them and not saying sorry does. But the moment we turn back to Allah, He welcomes us with open arms. Tawbah makes our hearts shine again. So next time you make a mistake, stop, feel sorry, ask for forgiveness, and try to do better. That's how heroes grow. That's how Muslims shine. If you learned something today and believe in second chances and Allah's mercy, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing stories. Because every heart deserves a chance to return. In a small town full of busy people and fast days, there lived a boy named Zion, 10 years old, known for one special thing, his smile. He wasn't rich. He didn't have the newest shoes or the fastest bike, but his smile. It was genuine, constant, and contagious. Zion walking to school, passing neighbors. Zion waved and said, "Good morning, Uncle Farid." Uncle Farid, grumbling at first, then softens. "Morning, Zion. You always smile, huh?" He smiles back slightly. Uncle Farid was always serious. He owned a shop and hardly ever laughed. But that one smile from Zion, it chipped away at his tough exterior. At school, Zion's smile was like sunshine. When his friend Bilal forgot his homework and looked scared, Zion didn't laugh. Zion, patting his back, "It's okay, just don't forget it tomorrow. You've got this." That small smile gave Bilal the courage to talk to the teacher, instead of hiding. During lunch, Zion noticed a new girl named Heba sitting alone, head down, barely touching her sandwich. Zion approached her. "Hi, I'm Zion. Want to join us? We're playing football later." Heba was surprised. "You want me to come?" Zion grinned. "Of course. We're always happy to have a new teammate." That one smile turned Heba's lonely first day into a beginning of friendships she never thought she'd have. Back at home, Zion and his mom talk in the kitchen. "Zion, I've heard so many good things about you lately. What's your secret?" "Just smiling, Mama. The Prophet said, your smile is a charity, so I give charity every day, even if it's just this much." His mother smiled with tears in her eyes. This small act of sunnah was shaping her son into someone special. And soon, smiles began to spread. The janitor smiled more. The grumpy bus driver started saying, "Have nice day." Even the serious teacher cracked a grin during math. It was like the whole town was catching happiness, one smile at a time. It was the final day of school. Assembly principal announced, "This year's Kindness Star Award goes to Zion for reminding us that kindness isn't always loud or big. Sometimes, it's just a smile." The crowd clapped, and Zion smiled, just like always. So friends, never underestimate the power of a smile. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that even something so simple can be a form of charity. You don't need money or fame to make the world better. Sometimes, all it takes is a smile from the heart. So go ahead, smile at your sibling, your parents, your neighbor, even a stranger. You never know who needs it most. Start your chain of charity today, one smile at a time. If this story made you smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that warm your heart and light your soul. Together, let's spread goodness, one smile at a time.